So, mindful nerd moment for Dick Grayson slash the original Robin. I thought, and you see this in Robin's Reckoning, but you see it in a lot of places. I thought we could do driving the bat cycle.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's what it's called. The motorcycle.
I think I can't remember if it's the Bat cycle or if like Robin actually gets a Robin cycle. Like
Oh, interesting.
I can't yeah. I feel like both exist out there.
Okay.
I know Batman has a motorcycle, so there is a Bat cycle, but I also
Is
feel
Robin's
like
different?
later on, yeah, I feel like Robin ends up getting his own motorcycle in his colors and yeah. 'Cause, I mean, I know Nightwing rides a motorcycle, he doesn't even have a car.
Yeah. So is it called anything?
I just a Robin cycle.
Robin cycle. Hmm. Oh. Motorcycle's an awkward one to anyway. We'll have Robin riding his motorcycle. So, I figured we'd, yeah, have him getting on his motorcycle in the Batcave and going off into the night.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll do Dick Grayson as he is who we talked about this week. Um, Pick your poison, I guess. Which representation, if you want to do the animated series like we talked about, or if you're feeling Chris O'Donnell or some others. But if you're Chris O'Donnell, then later you've got to, do some pretty impressive moves with your laundry. So just keep that in mind.
That's the mindful nerd moment. That's what we're doing. We're doing mindful laundry. That's coming later. That has to oh, yeah, that's a
There you
thing.
go. Dude, we got to do that movie now just so we can do that
Of
mindful
course
nerd
we do.
moment. Heck yeah. Okay, so sit straight but comfortably. Close your eyes if you'd like to. Otherwise, just soften your gaze, not looking at anything in particular, and focus in on your breath. Don't worry about breathing in any particular way. Just noticing what it's like with the breath coming in and out. Using it to help you focus in on this mindful nerd moment. And as you take your next breath, I want you to shift into being Dick Grayson. And you're in the Batcave. You've put on the Robin uniform, and it's time to go out there and fight some crime. And you're looking forward to it because you're ready for a nice long motorcycle ride. So you walk over to your motorcycle. First, you just look at it, paying attention to the grooves and the edges. And when you're ready, you reach out and with a gloved hand, you hold on to one of the handlebars, just noticing what that feels like. You hoist a leg over the seat. You sit down, you feel your weight shift the motorcycle under you. You feel the firmness underneath you. You feel the handlebars in front of you. And you just take a moment to feel the coolness of the motorcycle and notice how the temperature changes as you sit there. You turn the motorcycle on and you listen. You listen to the sounds and how they reverberate in the cave, how the bats react. You feel the vibration of the engine. You smell the exhaust. Kick back the stand, and when you're ready, you look ahead of you and you notice the path out of the bat cave, just noticing it, taking it in as if it's the first time. You take a deep breath, you smile to yourself. You've been looking forward to this all day. And when you're ready, you rev your engine and you hear that sound and you speed out of the bat cave, feeling the air as it whips past you. And you put down a motorcycle visor because safety first. And you notice the change of the light as you exit the Batcave out into Gotham and you take in the night sky. And so when you're ready, we're going to shift out of Dick Grayson and being Robin, and we're going to come back to the podcast. First, pay attention to your breath, noticing what it's like to breathe in and out. Shift around in your seat a little bit. And when you're ready, open your eyes and we'll wrap this up. How was that mindful nerd moment?
It was it was really cool because I haven't, gosh, I have not ridden a motorcycle in a very long time. Uh
Ah.
yeah, I have, and so like honestly, it's funny because now they absolutely terrify me, but at the time I was like infatuated with them, and my mom had a motorcycle, and so yeah, it was whole thing. And but yeah, I just remember like riding with her, like when I was little,
Mm.
just riding a motorcycle with her, and so I did drift. I did drift to that from just
Yeah.
Robin riding a motorcycle. And so yeah, it was really cool. I always but like whenever I'm thinking about anytime like if I'm in the Batmobile or Robin motorcycle, the Batwing, one of my favorite things is visualizing them either entering or leaving the cave because there's always some
Mm.
cool elaborate way that it's
Mm-hmm.
hidden.
Yeah.
And I always, yeah, I always focus on that because I'm like, it's always really neat the way they do that.
And I think that's a really great example of why mindfulness can be so nice because that's just it's like a snap. It's a moment.
Yeah,
And if you blink, if you're caught up in something else, you'll miss it. And you won't be able to fully take in that transition point
yeah,
between the bat cave and outside.
yeah,
And I feel like that's just kind of the bread and butter of mindfulness is being able to appreciate fully those moments because before you know it, it kind of so like in this week's episode you were talking about parenting and we were talking about like hey, you can get caught up in all the logistics of parenting that you forget just taking in the moments. That's what mindfulness is. Taking in the parenting moments, taking in the moment of leaving the Batcave.
yeah, yeah. I love that.